got waves that are tossing me, crashing all over my beliefs. And in all sincerity, Lord, I wanna be yours. So pull me out of this mess I'm in.
Hey there, this is Tanzy, and you're listening to ReVamp, exclusively on They Overcame by Radio. This is our second broadcast, and I'm thankful that you guys have come and joined me again on another show. If you missed my first show, we talked about the importance of loving yourself, that it's important to love yourself if you're going to be able to make the sacrifices that you need to keep your body strong and healthy. Today, we're going to talk about staying in the game when you've been benched. And this is a topic that is very relevant to me right now. I am usually in the gym every morning at about 5:30 for an hour and a half. I train intensely and I train hard. But for the past 4 months, I would say, I've been struggling with a condition in my foot called plantar fasciitis, and it's a repetitive strain, inflammatory condition in the tendon at the bottom of my foot, and it's been really hurting me in the last few months. I've had this for 4 years, and I've been able to manage it until recently. And so I saw a podiatrist in town, and we've been trying to continue to manage it conservatively in an effort to avoid surgery. However, our conservative efforts failed, and I had surgery on my foot about 2 weeks ago. Since then, I have been in a cast and on crutches and on bed rest, and this is such a huge difference to what I'm used to. One of the reasons why I am so consistent with my training is not because of the physical benefits to my body, but also the mental benefits. I've discovered that training daily, consistently, and intensely is one of the best ways to manage and battle depression and anxiety. And as long as I am consistent with my exercise routine, I am able to keep a level head emotionally and mentally. And so when she told me that I would be on bed rest for 2 weeks and then still out of the exercise game for several weeks after this, I literally cried in the office because I couldn't imagine, one, not being active, and two, being on bed rest for a long time. And for any of you who have ever been on bed rest, whether it's because of an injury or because of a pregnancy, maybe a high-risk pregnancy or pregnant with multiples, you've probably been on bed rest for an extended period of time. And it really plays on your mind, a lot when you can't get out and do the things that you want to do. If you're a mother or a wife and you're trying to run a home while being on bed rest, it absolutely can drive you crazy. It forces you to relinquish control of your home to give it to somebody else, your husband maybe, or maybe a mother, a mother-in-law, a friend. And that's a challenge sometimes, to let somebody else run your home. But I have learned so much during this time. God is teaching me the importance of rest and trusting Him. And so my challenge now is to not allow myself to get too down. That's the challenge. That is my training exercise during this time, is to keep myself mentally engaged and to keep my spirits up. And so these are the things that I've learned during this time, and I hope that it can be of use to you. When you find yourself out of the game for some reason, one of the things that God is encouraging me to do is to study the playbook. Just because I cannot be in the gym physically doesn't mean that I can't continue to plan and to organize and to arrange fitness regimens. Before I had surgery, I was working in putting together some personal CrossFit routines. I have a home gym. I've been blessed to have a home gym. I have everything I need in it. It's like a mini CrossFit space. And so I have been putting together different 15-minute CrossFit exercise routines. And there's no reason why I can't continue that now while I'm on bed rest. And actually, there's no better time because now I have time. So I'm on Pinterest and I'm on YouTube and I Google ideas and I'm reading fitness magazines about training for half marathons because I intend to train again and run another half marathon in my lifetime within the next year, prayerfully. And so I am constantly trying to keep my head in the game by studying my playbook, and studying my craft. I'm also in the planning stage of a fitness program that I started several years ago called Ready, Set, Move. And where I am now at our new assignment at Capital City Church, we are putting together the team to put on Ready, Set, Move for our community. And so that's a way that I can keep my head in the game by studying my craft and continuing to create and plan and organize. The other thing that you can do is cross-train. Before I had surgery, I was told to take some time off of running and whatnot. And so I was forced to do other things for my workout time. And that turned into a lot of yoga and a lot of core activity, something to keep me off of my feet. And what I learned was that when you cross train, you really start to train your body to be efficient in many ways. As a swimmer, you can't spend all your time in the pool swimming. If you talk to competitive athletes or Olympians, you can't spend all your time in the pool. You have to get out of the pool and do some land exercises, some weightlifting, some stretching. That will improve your game in the pool. And so as an athlete, if you are a runner, perhaps that's your exercise of choice. You get up and you run daily. It's important to also spend time in the gym, to also stretch your body with yoga, to lift weights, to switch things up and do some cycling. So if you cannot do your exercise of choice because of injury, this is a perfect time to cross train. Do something different. When I get off of bed rest, I'm going to be in a boot for a little while longer. And it'll be some months before I can get back to running, but I'm actually eager to do something that I love, which is yoga. It's going to be a great opportunity for me to restore my body gradually. When you're on bed rest, you start to get achy, not just because you can't run, but you can't move, you can't stretch, so you start to get back pain. Your muscles start to get tight. I cannot wait to get down on the ground and do some yoga and stretch my body in a way that's just going to feel good and in a way that my body needs. Because as a runner, if you are a runner, then you know that yoga is one of the best things that you can do for your body. It's crucial, and it's actually like insurance for your body to maintain your ability to participate in your favorite sport, which is running. So it's something that we should be doing anyways. Also, I want you to remember when you're benched that this is just a season. It's so easy to think that your moment of injury or your cold, your sickness, your period of transition, maybe it's tax season and you're a CPA and so things are incredibly busy right now, but you know and have to remind yourself that this is just a season. This too will pass. It's so tempting to take your current position and decide that this is where the chapter ends. And I had to really check myself mentally and tell myself that this is not the ending of my fitness lifestyle. This is not the end of my journey. This is just a pause. It's just a rest period. And eventually I'll get back on my feet. When you continue to tell yourself that, you beat away the negative emotions and the fearful emotions of perhaps this is the end of it, and you stay positive. So remind yourself that this is just a season. It will not last, and you'll be back on your feet eventually. Perhaps not as soon as you would hope, but soon enough you'll be there again, and you'll be telling yourself, remember when I was recovering from foot surgery, or remember when we were moving and we didn't have time to get to the gym. This is going to be a distant memory before you know it. Trust God and remember your why. Eric Thomas talks a lot about your why, the reason why you get up every day and you push towards your goal. When we told my kids that I was going to have foot surgery, my son, my 6-year-old son, who is so tenderhearted, broke down at the dinner table and cried. And he just had this image in his head of mommy in a wheelchair or mommy in crutches, not being able to participate with them. And seeing him cry broke my heart. When I came in from the hospital on crutches, he looked at me and he ran to me and buried his face in my chest and just boo-hooed. And he just had a difficult time with the whole idea that I couldn't get up and run around with them and play with them. And one of the things that I told him was that I said, this is only going to be for a little while. And I promise you, soon enough, mommy will get back to running around and playing with you and teaching Zumba and getting in the gym, and you can go for bike rides with me. And I made that promise to him, and I intend to keep that promise. So when I feel the negative emotions rising up in me and that fear that I wonder if I can get back on my feet and I wonder if this pain will be gone, I immediately rebuke those feelings, because I made a promise to my son and to all my children and to my whole family that I'm going to get back on my feet. And there's no time to wallow in pity or negative emotions or fear. There's no time for that. I need to stay mentally engaged so that when the doctor gives me the green light to get back to physical activity, I don't have to waste time gearing myself up. I'm going to be ready to hit the ground running, literally. So remember your why. Remember why you're doing this, who you're doing it for, what your ultimate motivation is, and that will help you to keep your spirits high when you've been benched or when you're in a season of rest. I'm grateful for this period of rest. I have learned more in the short few months of dealing with this injury about my character, about God's strong hand, his ability to keep me, even when I feel like I can't keep myself. Those are character lessons that are so invaluable. And I know that they have caused me to become deeply rooted in who God is and the purpose and the mission that he has placed on my heart. So I'm just grateful for this opportunity, and I'm appreciative of all the encouragement that you guys have given me online on Facebook. My church family has been so wonderful. We have so much food in our fridge that people have brought to us that we don't have any more space. I have flowers on my counter. I have fruit baskets that have been brought to me. I have text messages and just people dropping by showing love. And I'm grateful for that. And so I want to say thank you to everybody who's been supportive and prayerful for me during this time. I promise you that when I get that green light from the doctor, I promise you two things. One, I'm going to start gradual and slow. I'm going to give myself time to heal and recover. But two, when it's time for me to get back in the gym, I promise you I will hold nothing back. And I believe firmly that this second comeback will be better than the first. I hope to inspire more people through my testimony. I hope to make more gains in the gym, to achieve more records, more accomplishments, to participate in more races. I've actually, to encourage myself, my husband encouraged me to sign up for my next race. And so on November 8th, I'm going to participate in my first Spartan race, which is so up my alley. If you know who I am, the obstacle courses, the athletic components of it are perfect for who I am and my personality. And I've been dying to do one of these forever. So to hear that it's coming to my area, I had to sign up for it. So I'm eager to be a part of that. I'm eager to just experience that and to just be a part of something active. Thank you guys for being a part of this discussion. I'm grateful that you tuned in. I hope that you come and join me again next month on ReVamped, Becoming a Better You. This is Tanzy Chandler, your health and fitness friend. Talk to you later.
But as a girl, I made my choice. There is no other way for me. I'm devoted to you. Oh, you're my peace on the heavy days. You're the warmth of an autumn blaze. Your love carries me away, and it's never too soon. No.